Run, run, river, carry me home to the ocean.
Hypothetically, for entertainment purposes only, let's drag cyberstalking straight through the flaming courthouse parking lot. Let's talk about cyberstalking, aka when somebody's unresolved trauma, obsessive jealousy, and malfunctioning frontal lobe collide with unlimited internet access. Because some people really wake up and decide, instead of peace, personal growth, or maybe not being a complete psycho, I'm gonna dedicate my precious mortal existence to harassing, monitoring, threatening, and digitally haunting somebody else like a Wi-Fi possessed Victorian ghost. Baby, that is not love. That is not loyalty. That is not being misunderstood. That is criminal behavior with battery life. Under RCW, cyberstalking isn't some quirky little online personality trait. It can mean repeated harassment, intimidation, threats, surveillance, or electronic communication intended to terrify, control, or emotionally destabilize another person. In simpler terms, if you're acting like an emotionally constipated swamp demon with access to social media, the law may absolutely bend your ass over. And what kills me is these digital degenerates really think they're masterminds. Fake profiles, burner accounts, tracking apps, anonymous threats, constant messages. Sweetheart, you are not a criminal genius. You are one subpoena away from your entire Goblin Saga being printed in 12-point font and read aloud by someone in sensible shoes. Do you understand how humiliating it is to catch charges because you couldn't stop refreshing somebody's page like a spiritually bankrupt raccoon? Imagine explaining in court, Your Honor, I made 17 fake Instagram accounts, tracked their location, sent threats, and harassed their family because feelings. Bitch, prison. The state does not care about your heartbreak. The judge does not care that Mercury was in retrograde. Nobody cares that you were just trying to get answers. What you got was criminal charges, probation, fines, restraining orders, and possibly jail time, because you decided to turn your emotional instability into a full-time, unpaid, investigative position. And let's discuss digital evidence, because some of y'all really think deleting texts erases your crimes. No, the internet remembers everything. Screenshots exist, IP addresses exist, metadata exists, your stupidity exists. Law enforcement will absolutely reconstruct your online psychosis, like a Netflix documentary. You're out here playing checkers while prosecutors are assembling your collapse in 4K. And socially, oh, it's worse, because now you don't just look crazy. You look legally documented crazy. Future jobs? Compromised. Reputation? Deep-fried credibility? Buried in a shallow grave next to your fake Gmail accounts. All because you couldn't process rejection, jealousy, or obsession like a functioning adult. Here's the reality. Cyberstalking is what happens when entitlement and delusion start dry-humping technology. So before anybody decides to become a keyboard predator, remember this. You are not exposing anyone. You are not reclaiming power. You are not some feared digital vigilante. You are creating evidence. Expensive evidence. Court-ordered evidence. Potentially handcuff-generating evidence. So maybe instead of cyberstalking, try therapy. Try meditation. Try screaming into a pillow. Try literally anything other than committing electronic felonies because your ego got bruised. Because nothing says I completely lost control of my life quite like catching criminal charges over Wi-Fi. Log off, seek help, and stop turning your internet connection into a prosecution exhibit.